Today we're joined by Andrew Lock, who's the Scouts New South Wales Ambassador. Hi Andrew, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Could you tell me a bit about your role as Ambassador?
Well, Ambassador is about being an advocate for Scouting. So trying to get the word out there about what Scouting is, how beneficial Scouting is to our youth, but also then inspiring our Scouts to get out and challenge themselves, take responsible risks and develop, and also supporting the leadership of Scouting in getting them to understand more about responsible risk taking and the value of getting troops out into the outdoors, and that's particularly my field is outdoors, and understanding the benefits that come from challenging ourselves and challenging our youth in that environment. So we develop, we become better decision makers, we develop competence, but also confidence and self-belief, which is so crucial and such a big part of Scouting.
So what have you done in your roles and your outdoor experiences to become the Scouts New South Wales Ambassador?
Well, I was a Scout, first and foremost, so I was a cub in Brisbane, and then my family moved to New South Wales, and I was a Scout, adventurer and rover in Sydney. And then when I left Scouting, I was just starting to get into a bit of rock climbing when I left Scouting, and that then led me into mountaineering, and over a long period of time I developed my skills until I started climbing on the really high peaks, the 8,000 metre peaks, including Mount Everest. I climbed all the 8,000 metre peaks in the world, and along the way I learned a lot of lessons about team building, about personal development, about leadership, and it's those lessons that I think I can bring to Scouting to help add value to the Scouting movement to assist in the development of our youth and leaders.
So, back when you were a Scout, what do you think was your favourite moment of being a Scout?
I think I loved it most when things didn't go quite according to plan, and we had to be really lateral in our thinking and really determined to finish our project. We did big bushwalks in Tasmania. I learned to cross-country ski with Scouts in New South Wales, and we did big adventures, 1 week, 2 week long, and sometimes the weather came in or we got lost or whatever, and we had to really draw on our resilience and our team spirit to keep going, and actually I loved it when it was in those conditions. I loved having to be resourceful and self-reliant, and I drew strength from my friends and my team in those situations, and I learned a lot from my leader. I had several leaders, they were all fabulous leaders, and those were really my favourite times.
Why did you first decide to climb Mount Everest?
It was an evolution. So I was doing a bit of rock climbing here in Australia, and then I thought, I'll go to New Zealand and do a bit of mountain climbing in New Zealand because they've got bigger mountains than we have. And I thought, well, I'll just do something bigger, and I'll go to Alaska and do some climbing there. And then next minute I'm thinking, maybe I'll try Everest. And it took me 15 years of climbing around the world until I finally climbed Mount Everest. It was a long journey, but it was worth it. You set your sights on a goal, a challenging goal, and then even though it's hard along the way and sometimes things don't go quite according to plan, if it was worth it at the beginning, then it's worth finishing. Just keep going, keep going. Yeah. Any of you guys like to climb it? One day, maybe? Yep?
Maybe.
Excellent.
What were some of the challenges that you faced when you climbed the Mount Everest?
Probably the hardest thing is the altitude, because when you go, the higher you go, the less oxygen there is to breathe. It's all related to the pressure, and so at the summit of Everest there's only 1/4 of the oxygen up there as there is down here, and so everything basically takes 4 times longer. You're puffing and panting all the time, and your body's not burning oxygen, so you're not getting warm. So we wear these great big clothes like this, but we're not giving off body heat, so the clothes can't even trap the body heat. So you're cold all the time, and you get headaches, and you feel sick, and it's just so big, and it takes forever and ever and ever, and you get tighter and tighter and tighter. But like I say, as long as you keep yourself safe, those discomforts, they're okay. You just put up with the discomfort. It's a bit like going here, you might get a little bit scared or a little bit tired or whatever. For a whole 2 weeks jamboree, you get tired for sure, but you keep going because it was worth coming, so it's worth finishing.
What was it like to climb Mount Everest?
It was great. It's great. It's the highest point on Earth, and it's a really good view. And after 15 years of working so hard to get there, because I climbed lots and lots of mountains along the way, building my skills, getting to the top was amazing. And from the summit, I can tell you, the earth is round, right? Well, from the summit, you're so high you can actually see that the horizon is round, not flat. You can actually see
So that
the curve
proves
of
the
the
earth isn't flat.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy, huh? You're that high you can actually see the curve. Only a slight curve, but you can see it. Amazing.
How much did you pack or could you take?
Well, most days when I was climbing I was carrying between 15 and 20 kilograms. So not too much, just a sort of medium heavy pack. But I'd take that up one day and I'd leave that load up there, and then I'd come down and get another 15 to 20 k's and go up, and then I'd come down for another 15. So we carried tons of food and tents and ropes and fuel and oxygen, all those things up the mountain. But each day was only about 15 to 20 kilograms. And we worked with the local Sherpas in Nepal, and they're really strong, and they can carry more. They can carry 20 kilos or 25 kilos. They're really strong. So we had good help.
Have you ever been injured while climbing?
No, I haven't. I guess I've had a couple of close calls, but climbing is about managing your risks carefully. So of course there's always going to be some danger, some risk. Just like here, if you didn't climb with rope and you fell off, you'd hurt yourself. So when we're mountain climbing, we use ropes and we use ladders to get across some of the big crevasses, but we're always looking and making an assessment. Is it safe to go on now, or should we wait till tomorrow or the next day? And when it's safe, we'd go on, and when it wasn't safe, we'd stop. And that was how I avoid having accidents.